Hi, welcome back. My name is Eric. Do you want to easily track daily working hours? Or maybe you're just curious and want to learn? No problem, I got you covered. Today's video will be going over how you can create a daily hour summary sheet in Excel, and we'll be using the following formulas: if and the COUNTIF. Stay till the end, we got a bonus tip for you as well. All right, let's do this. All right, so we'll start off by making sure our cell formatting is correct. So I'll highlight these cells, right click and go to Format Cells, and then we'll select the time option with the AM or PM and click OK. For the total time, select those cells, right click on Format Cells, and we'll select the option without the AM or PM. All right, so in your total time column, in the cell, we want to start with equals end time minus their start time. So from E4 to B4, enter, and it's 5 hours. 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. is 5 hours. That's correct. Drag this down, and we notice that's correct as well. Now let's say you want to factor in their 30 minutes of break time, which is unpaid. We'll just double click on the cell, and we'll add another condition, which is minus. Inside parentheses, you want to do the time that they came back from break minus the time that they went for break. Close off your parentheses and hit enter. You notice that previously it was 5 hours, now it's 4 hours and 30 minutes because from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. is 5 hours minus the 30 minutes breaks. That's correct. We'll drag this down, and that's correct as well. So now let's say you have someone that works the graveyard shift, and the hours roll over from one day to the next day. So they start at 8 p.m., went on break at 10, came back from break at 10:30, and left their shift at 3 a.m. If we drag this formula down, you notice that it doesn't work. So double click on the formula, highlight E7, and we'll put an if statement. And we're going to say if start time is greater than the end time. Now, if that logical test is correct, we're going to do end time plus 1. And then add a comma. And if the value is false, then we're just going to say it's just the end time. Close out the bracket and hit enter. And you notice that's 6 hours and 30 minutes from 8 p.m. minus a 30-minute break, and then left at 3 a.m. So we know that is correct as well. So we can go ahead and drag this up to make sure that we also include that as well. So now if we copy this and paste it here, we'll notice exactly the same. Awesome. Okay, so let's get a head count of people who worked on day shift and on night shift as well. So in your head count cell, we'll hit equals COUNTIFS, and then we'll highlight the start time, and then we'll just lock it in place and make it absolute. And then we'll hit comma, and then in brackets here, if this is less than, enter the ampersand sign, time, and then we'll tab, and then now the criteria is hours, minutes, and seconds. So for the hours, it's 20 for 8 p.m., comma, minute 0, second 0, and then close off your parentheses twice, and then hit enter. And you can see that 2 people will start before 8 p.m. Now to get the night shift, it's pretty simple. We'll just drag this down, update the formula from less than to greater than or equal to 8 p.m. and hit enter. We'll have 2 people. So now we'll just update this and make sure it's correct. Yep, 3 people on day shift, 1 person on night shift, and that's correct. So now let's say you want to get a rolling head count of people who are still on site that haven't left the building. Because if we delete this, the head count is still the same. So double click on the cell, and then we'll update this and put another criteria if this cell is blank as well. So highlight that column, make it absolute, comma, and then blank as your criteria, and hit enter. Now we have 0, that's correct. So if we delete one of the day shift end time, we have one person that's clocked in still. If we delete the second one, the second day shift, we have 2 people. That's correct. And to get it on night shift, it's pretty simple. It's the same thing. We have the condition of if this cell here equals to blank. And now to double check, we have one person still on night shift, and if we delete the other 3 AM one, we'll have 2 people on night shift, and that's correct. A bonus tip here, Excel also calculates time in fractions. So 8 p.m. is 0.75. So we'll update that if it's less than 0.75. And then for the night shift, we'll delete the time and use fractions again. It'll be 0.75 if it's greater than 8 p.m. or equals. And now to double check, we'll delete one of the end times for the day shift and night shift to make sure it's still counting correctly, and it is. All right, and this is how you calculate the hours worked and also the bonus, which calculates people who are still on site and still working. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if these videos are helpful. Leave a comment down below if you have any topics that you want me to cover. See ya.